You want me to plan a suicide mission because of some things that you saw in a mushroom trip.
This is our chance, Boyd. I went looking for answers. I found answers. This is our shot. Victor's on the roof.
The man in the suit. Is there anything else you can remember about him?
I can try.
No, boss.
Go. Stay with me.
Wait, it's not gonna work.
Don't you do this.
Hello everyone and welcome to Geekonomy channel. I'm your detective host Igor, and today as usual we're gonna deep dive into everything we know about From Season 4 Episode 6. We have a short teaser, we have some more promotional materials, but the main piece of information right now is that unfortunately we're gonna have to wait for 2 weeks for the next episode. Next Sunday is Memorial Day in the United States, so there's not gonna be episode at all. And we're gonna be getting a new one on May 31st. Yeah, this is definitely an unfortunate news, but I'm gonna do my best to provide you with a lot of From content, so those 2 weeks will hopefully pass as fast as possible. Now, as the tradition goes, we always start those videos with a synopsis for the upcoming episode on Rotten Tomatoes. Let's dive in. Okay, so the episode is titled The Heart is a Lonely Hunter. It's probably a reference to the book with the same title that was written in 1940s, and it's about some deaf guys that were alcoholics. I didn't read the book, probably not gonna read the book, but you can read the synopsis in Wikipedia, and I don't see any connection to From either than, Henry was embarrassing himself and everybody who was watching him when he was getting drunk, after he realized that his wife was eaten by the man in yellow. But the most important part for us, as I told you, is the synopsis and of course the image of Sophia and Henry sharing a drink. So Boyd and Jade find themselves at odds over whether they can trust the knowledge in Jade's head. Deeply troubling news from the settlement makes its way back to town. So, two things here. Don't know whether to trust the knowledge or not to trust the knowledge. What the fuck was the point then of this mushroom trip? For 2 episodes you were, oh Jade, take mushrooms, oh Jade, go take mushrooms. Let's all watch Jade's having his mushroom trip, and now we're gonna be in doubt whether to trust this knowledge or not. Even the beginning of the teaser, when Boyd is like, you want me to go on a suicide mission because of something you've seen on the mushroom strip?
You want me to plan a suicide mission because of some things that you saw in a mushroom trip.
Well, kinda. I mean, yeah. Otherwise, what was the point of you guarding Jade and being next to him through his mushroom trip to discovering some answers, and now he got some answers and you're like, you know what? Let's push some brakes right now because we don't want to move too fast. I mean, we're gonna die pretty soon, but let's take things slow. I don't want to be too harsh on Boyd here in this situation. I think this is more of a reflex situation for him, like he's needs, let's be safe, let's be smart, blah blah blah, but I think he's definitely gonna move in with the new plan, and the synopsises for the next episode are kind of confirmed that. So yeah, just this moment I'm getting so tired every time those characters don't believe each other and they're like, oh my god, we are not gonna believe that, and it's like, dude, it's only 15 episodes left for this whole TV show. You better start believing everything if you want to actually escape this place. Now, as I told you, one of the most interesting parts of this video today for me is this image of Sophia having a drink with Henry. Now Henry is going completely off the rails from the previous episode and probably not recovering. We know that he has a lot of history with alcohol. He has many reasons to have this kind of history. He lost his family, just disappeared, nobody was able to help him. But look at Sophia. This is not a shy religious girl here. She is basically telling him, God said drink wine and be happy or something like this. But there is this moment in one of the teasers when she's saying,
It's time to play.
now granted, on the image here it does looks like they're in the bar. Obviously the background is blurry, but it's Kinda looks like a bar, and this is the place where you go for a drink, and Henry knows that. I don't think I can imagine Henry going, I need to have a drink, I'm gonna go to the tool shed. Because this image that we have seen right now with Sophia telling let's play is already somewhere from the tool shed. And whoever gets the message of let's play from Sophia, it's probably not a game they're gonna win in, right? It's probably somewhere they're gonna die. But you know what? I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's actually go frame by frame with the teaser. So we have Jade. This is probably gonna be the very first minutes of the next episode. It's still dark. Jade woke up from his mushroom trip when it was dark, and he's having a conversation with Boyd. He's probably telling him something like we need to go to the caves, we need to find the place where the Ankui children were sacrificed. There is some kind of a graveyard there, so we probably need to check it out and maybe, I don't know, go Sam and Dean on them and burn the bones or something like this. And Boyd, as I told you already, he's like, you want me to go on a suicide mission? Yes, we do want you to go on a suicide mission because you are in a suicide mission. The best suicide any one of you can actually commit is by not doing anything, because you're about to die just in a couple of days. Sophia is not sitting idly there, she is there to kill you all and enjoy it in the process. And then eat your liver, which is even worse than the regular death, in my opinion. Now, I'm a little bit confused because we're seeing here Jade actually going again to the cellar with the room, the door. Acosta is behind them. She's still sitting there, poor girl, trying to find something. Like Boyd gave her some job to do and she's already sitting there for a day or something. She's like trying to find the picture of Sophia from, let's hope to God that this is not going to be the case, that she's going to be able to find an image, a photo of Sophia from 1978. And because I've seen this development, I think in 25 different TV shows already, when, oh my God, he's a vampire, look at his photo. Fuck that, please be more original. But what's bothering me here is that when we were watching Jade going through his mushroom trip and finding the door behind a couple of things, like it was a little bit stupid that nobody was able to find this door because there is just a couple of different things actually blocking it. And if you're really in this place, in this location, if you're looking for answers, nobody gave it a shot to just see maybe there's something behind all of those things. Kind of weird. But then Jake woke up from his mushroom trip and we know there's also this image of Boyd with a sledgehammer going and trying to break a wall. And I was thinking to myself that, yeah, maybe they're gonna go there and see that there is no door, and then Boyd is gonna bring a freaking hammer and break the wall, and then they're gonna see that there is a path to the caves. But it looks like there's actually a door and nobody kinda didn't even notice. We see Jade is opening the door again, but they're probably not gonna find the same thing that Jade was seeing in his mushroom tree, because once again, if it's actually a real path to escape this place, if it's actually a path to a solution, we have so much time until the end of the TV show, even until the end of the season. So probably not going to see that much of a development on that front in episode 6, or maybe they're gonna open the door and then they're gonna see that there is some kind of a dead end. Like there's just a wall and it's not leading anywhere. And then Boyd is gonna take a hammer and go medieval on this wall. Now here we have just some kind of a close-up on Boyd. He looks pretty much terrified and shocked, and no clue. Like those kind of shot, the close-ups, I usually don't have anything to add. This is Boyd. He is scared. We're moving on. And Jade is having a conversation with somebody. It looks a lot like he's already not in the post office, but once again, the background is super blurry, and because the quality is always so good with those teasers. Now, this is definitely not a nudge and not a jab towards Jeremy Eisenfire, the guy who releases all those teasers. Hats off to him, thanks to him a lot. I wouldn't be able to make those videos if it's not for him. But once again, as usual, as per my tradition, MGM, what the fuck? Paramount Plus, what the fuck? Can you please release those teasers in normal quality for us to actually watch and analyze them? Why are we in 1998 and we're watching somebody recorded something from the screen of their TV set? Now we have the fiddler on the roof. Sorry, Victor's on the roof, and Boyd and Kenny here right next to the colony house. Now I'm more interested what Boyd is holding in his hand. Is it some kind of a hint? Is it some kind of a note? Whether I'm trying to zoom in or not zoom in, there is nothing to understand there, especially with this kind of quality, but this is definitely something that I'm gonna be zooming in when I'm gonna be watching the episode. I don't know what it is, but probably something important, hopefully. And when they already go out there to the roof, because Victor is having some kind of a breakdown, I wonder what happened. Did Victor lose somebody? And we can see that both Kenny and Boyd are already on the roof. Now, since in this moment Boyd is asking Victor if he can remember something about the man in the yellow suit, I can assume that the piece of paper that he was holding in the previous shot, this is Victor's drawing of the man in yellow. This is the one that he gave to Kenny, sorry, Henry gave to Kenny, and then Kenny probably showed it to Boyd because, Boyd, what the fuck, I've seen the yellow suit in your office. Can you please tell me what's going on? There is some kind of a man in yellow that eats people, and you have his jacket in the post office. Kinda weird, right, Boyd? There's some information that you probably really need to share with me. Now, Victor is saying, I can try. And there is, once again, in a teaser, I don't know if it's for episode 6 or maybe for one of the later episodes, that Victor is saying that the man in yellow is back. It can all happen again.
The man in yellow's back. It could all be happening again.
So the man in yellow is back once again. First of all, we're getting some kind of a confirmation for our characters that this is somebody who was responsible for the massacre in Victor's cycle. And if he is here right now, maybe you should be worried that there is somebody here who is the man in yellow. Hint, it's Sophia, and I really hope they're gonna discover this before the end of the season. Like, I don't want this to be the cliffhanger for this season when they just realize, oh my god, it was Sophia all along, and now wait for season 5. Please discover it. Okay, episode 9. Okay, give me like full 2 episodes of this season conclusion with some action, with a lot of drama, with some tension, when we already know who is the bad guys, who are the good guys, and let them fight. Now again, this is the colony house, and we can see that both Marielle and Christy trying to revive somebody, and Boyd is doing here CPR. We can see that Tabitha is behind them. Who is that? We have no idea. They are not showing to us. There is Kenny here also. Now, I don't know, but once again, after everything we have seen so far, kind of the first conclusion that comes to our head is it's Henry, because once again Sophia is having a drink with him and smiling like that. It's probably not very good news for Henry. But then again, there is a synopsis for episode 8, and it's written that Fatima and Henry are going on different paths or something like this. Now, granted, this can be a stretch, but it can also be a red herring. This is also can be some kind of a distraction to show us, the audience, that Henry is still alive. Look, killing Henry will be diabolical, because poor Victor, I mean, he got only one good thing in this place, right? He's having his father right now as a roommate. They're gonna go join in Chandler, and it's gonna be fun for them, and finally Victor has some kind of a piece of happiness here in this place. To destroy this is completely break him, even though he's almost broken already. I mean, like, this guy just lived here for 40 years. There is no path to recovery to normalcy for him, none, like not even remotely close. But killing Henry will be destruction for him, something that maybe will push him to go on the roof and actually consider jumping. This is where I'm very interested in your opinion. Like, everything kind of points towards Henry, but once again, the synopsis, I don't think it's very likely that this is red herring. This is not that From creators usually do. So if Henry is alive, who is the dead person? Who are they trying to revive through CPR? What is going on here? Maybe it's Henry, but he's not gonna die. Maybe they will be able to revive him in their situation and bring him back to life. But once again, there are way too many maybes here. And I don't see any other suspect. Like, who else can it be? Can it be Clara? Who gives a shit? Can it be somebody else? I don't know, Donna? Maybe the girl Patty from the previous episode that got her face burned? No idea, but seeing Tabitha reacting like that, I mean, obviously when somebody is dying, you react like that, but they're showing us Tabitha. Okay, so they're implying that there is a connection between Tabitha and somebody who's laying on the floor right now. So who can it be? It can be, as I told you, either Donna or Henry. I mean, Henry, they kind of connected, they had this, you know, adventure in the real world until they arrived here. We have also, them going to the tree, and they also have a connection. Sorry, Tabitha also has a connection with Donna. After the previous 2 episodes, they were like getting together, and Donna was saying that I'm gonna do the crazy dangerous things for you right now. Ethan is having those conversations with Donna when he's saying that he feels safer with her. So obviously it can also be Donna. But for me, the pendulum swings way more towards Henry because he's having a drink with Sophia, which in my opinion cannot really be a sign for something good that is coming for Henry. Sophia is there to create havoc, to destroy people's lives, to make them angry at each other. Either she's gonna use Henry and tell him, you know what, everything bad happens here because of the Matthews and Tabitha, etc., or she's gonna touch him, and we know that her touch can send people into coma, shock, like it was with Pastor, for example, and this is why everybody's trying to revive him, but he is completely out of it, and nothing can help him. That's all I have for today's video. Unfortunately, Amazon Press website didn't release any images for episode 6. Maybe it's because of the delay of the 2 weeks. They're gonna release the images later than they usually do. I was waiting for the images, and this is why I didn't release this video earlier. But then how long can I wait already? I mean, we need to make videos here, and it's Monday and you still didn't get a video from me, which is a crime from my part. So yeah, like tomorrow there's gonna be probably a video with the comment section. I promised you your best comments from the previous video I'm gonna be answering. We're gonna have this, more relaxed vibe. We're just gonna have a conversation. I'm gonna be answering your comments. So stay tuned for that, and hopefully even more videos about From. There's enough to discuss. We already past half of the season, 5 episodes in, only 5 are left until another wait of a year and something. So yeah, there is a lot of things we can summarize and prepare towards the finale of this season. So yeah, it's gonna be a very interesting 2 weeks. Stay tuned, and as usual, I want to thank everybody who supports me on Patreon and YouTube members. Your financial help is what makes this channel possible. Thank you so much, and I'm gonna see you all on the next one. Meanwhile, bye!